As soon as we step into adulthood, the prospect of finding a true partner, the prospect of finding a true love is what actually drives the most of our life forward. But what if you never found true love? What if you never get to find the soulmate of your life? What would you do? I know it sounds like a horrific deal given the society we live in, because in most cultures, forming long term relationships is what is expected of us. We are conditioned from day one to think about our only aim in life, that should be to find a partner and to settle down. But what if we don't? Is it really such a troubling thought? Let's try to get to the scientific point of it. And before we do, let's just make a few assumptions like every mathematical equation. Let's assume you are heterosexual and you're beginning to look for someone special in your life. And if that's the case, there are over 7 billion people in this world. Now, if you are a heterosexual person, you're looking at least 3.5 billion possible options. And if you're very young and full of energy, chances are a good chunk of those people are either too old or either too young for you. And even in that case, you're looking at least half a billion good options. And that's an extremely large ocean with a hell lot of fish in it. And if that's the case, there wouldn't be just one person in this entire world out of those half a billion options to be able to make you happy, to be able to make you feel complete about your life, and to become your soulmate. And if that's not the case, what really is? You have to stop thinking of looking for love like looking for the perfect vegetable in a grocery store. It's much more complex than that, and it requires many more variables to actually make sense of that particular relation, to be able to actually make sense of what you're actually finding out in your partner. And this is why it is so much important for you to understand that you cannot just find one particular person in this entire world to be able to make you happy, to make you feel complete, or just to become your soulmate. And hence, letting go of this unrealistic expectation is always the first step towards looking at the relationship side, to be looking at the love angle in a much clarified manner. So here are a few things that you should keep in mind if you often think that you're never going to find the true love of your life. The first thing that you must always remember is that you're complete all by yourself, and you don't need another person to make you feel complete. You don't need another person to actually complete you, and that's something that we have been believing in our lifestyle for way too long. Because the kind of movies we see, the kind of books we read, we have often been told that there's someone out there who would make you feel complete. There's someone out there who would make you feel complete for who you really are. And I think that's a very unrealistic way to look at this particular ideology, because you're not incomplete, you're not half, you're not just looking for your another half, you're complete all by yourself, and you don't need another person to complete you. You need another person to help you grow, that's definitely true. You need another person to maybe enjoy your life, that's true as well. But you don't need another person to complete you. So it's very much important for you to be able to see this angle from this particular perspective, that you're complete all by yourself. And even if you don't have a romantic partner by yourself, it doesn't really mean that you're incomplete. So stop looking at yourself from this particular angle and start understanding and imagining that you're complete all by yourself. Start focusing on yourself. Start working on your growth. Start working on everything that you love. And this is when you will feel very good about yourself, and then you might actually meet a lot of people with similar hobbies, with similar interests, and then find someone to be able to grow in life as well. The second thing that you must always remember is that how you treat yourself is much more important than any other relationship. Because if you have a good self-love about yourself, if you have a good self-loving relationship with yourself, chances are you would be able to see yourself with much more gratitude, with much more openness, and with much more awareness. And if that's the case, you wouldn't be looking for another person to make you feel good about yourself. So that's the important point here. So if you're feeling complete all by yourself, if you feel good all about yourself, you wouldn't need another person to validate you. You wouldn't need another person to constantly tell you that you're doing good in life, you constantly tell you that you deserve to be loved. That should always and definitely start from within. That should always start from yourself within. So start working on that. Start working on finding self-love inside yourself. And if you have trouble cultivating self-love, I think you can check out a lot of my videos on my YouTube channel that I focus on why self-love is so important and how you can actually practice the art of self-love. So those videos would definitely help you a lot. So this is something that you must always understand, that how you treat yourself is much more important than any other thing in this world. The third thing that you must always remember is that love is not dependent on your age. Now again, this is something that we have always heard of, that you must get married by this age, you must find a partner for yourself by this particular age. But I think that's not true at all. Of course, there are some limitations, of course, there are some hindrances to that in our biological ways, in our mental ways, in our physical ways. But love is an emotion just like any other emotion. And if that's the case, you would fall in love at 30, you would fall in love at 40, you might fall in love at 50 as well. It doesn't actually depend on your age, and it's so much important for you to understand that fact and then work upon it rather than trying to force yourself into falling into love when you're not ready at all. The fourth point is that be open towards your definition of love, because love is not always what you assume to be. It can take various forms, and you might not get the same kind of love that you have imagined. It's important that you are open towards your definition of love and you don't necessarily restrict yourself from getting any other kind of love, because people love in different ways. The fifth point is that live your life to the fullest, because this is the only life that you have. Regardless of what's happening in your love life, the only way to move forward in life is to live your best life every day, because many people are waiting to live their life until they meet their partner, and I think that's a very different way of looking at reality, because you don't necessarily need a partner to actually live your life. You can still do a lot of things with your life, you can still enjoy the most of your life, you can still work on your habits, you can still work on your work life, you can still working on traveling and doing everything that you really love doing, rather than waiting for that perfect person to come in your life and then starting to enjoy that. Because if you're stuck in that idea that I would start enjoying only when that particular person comes into my life, you would actually be troubling them as well, because they would have a load of expectations from your side, and those expectations might actually ruin the relationship in the longer term. So it's important that you start living your life right now without waiting for that perfect partner to come in. You would meet a lot of amazing people in that journey, but then for that you would have to keep walking, you would have to keep running at your own pace rather than standing still at that one particular point and hoping someone would take you move forward. So don't actually depend on anyone else to actually live your life. Start living and enjoying your life right now. The last point is something that I love a lot, because this is something that very less people actually practice. It's be open towards meeting new people, because unless and until you actually meet new people in life, you wouldn't actually be growing. Because if you're surrounded by like-minded people, you're constantly doing the same things over and over again, and if you're doing the same things over and over again, you're not actually getting out of your comfort zone, and if you're not getting out of your comfort zone, you actually stop growing. So it's important for you to actually start meeting new people, start looking at life from different perspective, from different lenses, and that is the point when you actually start growing in life. And this is why it is so much important for you to actually get out of your comfort zone and start meeting a lot of new people. And when you start meeting a lot of new people, you'll be able to see a lot of people with different perspective, with different viewpoint of life, and then you might find someone you would actually enjoy spending your life with. So rather than actually depending on that particular part, be open towards meeting a lot of new people, and that would help you a lot in actually growing in life, in actually learning from life. So these are some of the things that I think would definitely help you a lot whenever you have this particular thought that I'm never going to find that true love of your life. Because you are complete all by yourself, you must be your first true love, and after that would come anyone else. So rather than focusing too much on finding that perfect partner, start working on yourself, start enjoying your life, and start building your life, and that would definitely help you to make the most out of this particular life. So I hope you like this video, and if you do, please like, comment and share this video with your friends, and also subscribe to my channel for more updates. Thank you so much.